Jamani, niliona report ya Oxfam. I had to stop everything I was doing. Nijiulize kama mimi ni Mkenya ama ninaelewa ninaishi kwa nini. Because kwa bidii yangu yote every day, silali usiku na mchana bado. But 1% of Kenyans, 1% wana own more than 78% of Kenyans wealth. Imagine around 125 people wako na utajiri ya more than 43 million Kenyans ikiwekwa kwa pamoja. Yani mnaamka every day kufanyia hii timu kazi. Hii ni ile nchi tulioambiwa ni nchi ya 10 millionaires and 10 million beggars. Ndio hii. And in the last 10 years, umaskini umeendelea kukithiri zaidi by 37%. Watu wanaendelea kuwa maskini na maskini na maskini zaidi. Kwa hivyo that means hata tutafika Singapore tukiwa maskini kabisa bila kitu chochote. Just imagine. We are earning, majority of us earn more than, rather less than 130 shillings a day. Sasa unashindwa, huyu mtu anakula, anakunywa, anavaa, school fees, anaishi mahali, 130 shillings a day. What kind of life? Yani huyu ni Mkenya ama sio Mkenya? Na utaona watu huku wakishout slogans ambazo hazisaidii chochote, and you are earning less than 130 shillings a day. But kwa sababu hatuko hapa kucomplain kwa sababu ya utajiri wa watu ama pesa za watu, we are here to say this, ama tujiulize, what is it that 125 people know that we don't? What is it that they do that we never do? And I have found one thing. Hawa watu, they own shares or companies that sell shares. Hawa ndio wenye hizo kampuni zinatuzia shares. Sisi wengine, sisi ni customers, tunakopa kule, tunafanya kazi kule, without ever wanting to be part of it. That is why, above everything else, you need to own a share mahali. And this is like urgently. Na kwa sababu sheria zilibadilika, you can now own one share of a company. Ukiwa na 50 bob leo, pitia karibu na Cooperative Bank, ununue share ngapi? 2, na upate change, enda nyumbani. Ukiwa na shilingi kama 100, pitia hapo Equity, ununue share ngapi? 1, enda home, ununue ya Safaricom, ununue anything, because that is what they own. Maybe and maybe one day will be part of this team, because that is what they have in common. They own shares. Na wewe hauna, na uko nafasi ya kuown at least one. And this is how you can do this. You can open a CDS account through a broker, a licensed broker. Enda kwa website ya Capital Market Authority, identify one broker, fungua CDS account, nunua kashare, hata kama ni kashare ka 15 bob, like Nairobi Securities Exchange PLC, around 15 bob. Toka hapo, enda kwa bank, waambie wakufungulie CDS account. Ukishamaliza kufungua account, weka 20 bob, 30 bob, 100 or whatever it is, toka na share ya hiyo bank. The other thing, you can use other apps kama Hisa, Dosika na kadhalika. Open CDS account, nunua angalao kashare kamoja. When I saw that 1% of Kenya wana own more than 78% of our wealth, I started thinking differently. Shida ni kwamba hata nikikuelezea historia yote huwezi elewa. Huwezi.
Umeona report ya Oxfam? Basically basi moja wasee ndio wana own hii nchi. More than 70% of the population is poor. P-O-O-R. Poor. Maze, we are languishing in poverty. Wewe mwenye unanisikiza sasa hizi una live from hand to mouth. Na kama uko na savings ni kata 2 pale Mshwari. Like start bad. Unapata do fulani umekimbia kubai unga. Alafu mamsenga wanashinanga wametuambia sijui unga imeshuka. Kwani unga ndo tunakula kila saa. Like all indicators zinaonyesha that Kenyans are suffering. But kazi ya MP wetu na senators wetu ni kuzunguka wakisemanga wa mudhende 1 term 2 term. Haitusaidii. Saizi bilioni 300 imeenda. Na watu ni Okio Mtata anasema hapana ni kubaya. The rest of our senators, the rest of our MPs hawasikii uchungu. Si tukilia hakuna do hao wanapata mshande. Walimu wakilia hakuna pesa au mshande yao ichelewangi. Madokio wakigoma jua kuna do mshande yao yesichelewa. Bilioni 300 imeenda on top of the other billions zimelutiwa, on top of zile zenye hatujui. Saizi barabara inaenda kujengwa na pesa za NHIF. So that's the point, wanataka kujenga na pesa za NHIF. Yani we are hata sijui. Ukianza kufikiria stresses za hii nchi, mwanzo you feel like utablow up akili cause na shida zetu zote zinaanza na parliament. Mkenya hafai kukua with this poor. Hii poverty tuko nayo saa hizi haifai kwa sababu ni manufactured. This is manufactured poverty. Na whether utaniambia ni hii regime ama the last regime, it doesn't matter. Point is we are suffering. Point is we are suffering and we kumekuwa na elected officials, elected representatives this entire time. Ni wanini? Kazi ya MPs, kazi ya senators ni ku make sure that kuna laws zimepitishwa, zimetengenezwa na zina kucushion. They are there for you. They are basically you. But mali imefika hatuna any cushion. The common mwananchi is suffering through and through. Through and through. 1 term 2 term haitusaidii sahi. Honest to God. The question we should be asking ourselves, man. Ni role gani our representatives wameplay ya kufanya situation yetu ikuwe worse? Because every day we are becoming poorer and poorer and poorer. And that is the sad truth. That is the sad truth. And I know for a fact hii poverty tuko nayo saa hizi ni manufactured. Food imekuwa basically unaffordable. Food imekuwa unaffordable. Nyama imepanda. Nyama inunuliki. Nyama ulikuwa na buy 1000 saa hizi una buy sijui 2,000. Kilo ya nyama imetoka from 480 imekuja saa hizi mpaka 800 kilo ya beef. Like what else mazi? Na tunasikia wamedisho 700 million sijui Mbeere North. Kuna manuwa zinakimbia huku na mapesa, sijui kuna empowerment wapi bilioni 2 zimeenda, wameongeza pesa kwa ofisi ya Kindiki sijui. Man, we need to vote better. Honestly, we need to vote better.
Hi fam, I know all dreams are valid and even the dream of moving Kenya from a third world country into a first world country is valid. But tell me, how is this dream valid while Oxfam Kenya releases a report that shows 125 Kenyans own wealth equivalent to that owned by 42 million Kenyans? How is this even possible? For 125, this is like a one school bus. People can be fit in one school bus, owns wealth that is equivalent to that is owned by 42 million Kenyans. Kando na hayo, Kenya is also ranked globally 16th with the poorest people. People who are living beyond. Tell me, how is this dream going to be realized? You know, previously I made a video and I said that the richest families are about 6,800. Seems I was wrong. Now, the latest news or the latest statistics shows 125 Kenyans own wealth that is equivalent to that owned by 42 million Kenyans.
Poverty levels in the country is rising. The report shows that 7 million people have descended into extreme poverty over the last decade alone. Equality proponents are now calling on the government and the political establishment to rethink the structure of the economy and prioritize measures that promote wealth distribution that protects low-income earners across the country. Brenda Wanga has that report.
It is a tale of two nations existing within one border. On one side, opulence and excess. On the other, a daily struggle for survival. A new report by Oxfam Kenya has quantified this disparity, and the numbers are staggering. The findings reveal that the wealth accumulated by just 125 super-rich individuals is equal to that owned by over 42.6 million Kenyans. It is a gap that is not shrinking but widening at an alarming rate. Currently, Kenya, which according to President William Ruto aspires to transform into a first world status, is ranked 16th globally of countries whose citizens live in extreme poverty.
A nation of over 50 million people, but a bus full of people owns more wealth than most of them. Here's the thing, Kenya is getting wealthier, but its people are getting poorer. And that is not a natural disaster, it's a product of choices. Problem with our economy is an economy of the few.
So tell me, dear Kenyans, how is this dream even possible? How are we even going to move Kenya from third world to first world when inequality or shared over national resources is as big as day and night? How is this going to be possible? Now, statistics shows that we have 7 million poor people. These are people probably who cannot even afford a meal a day. 7 million. But we are always proud to say that we have sent. Listen to this. We are always very proud. I mean, the president is always very proud to say that we have sent 436,000 Kenyans to go and work abroad. I mean, as if it's an achievement. In a country of 57.5 million, we are proud of sending 436,000 people to go and work abroad. What kind of mathematics are these? What kind of reality is this? I mean, we should be focusing on creating more jobs locally, looking at taxes and tariffs and making it easy for people to reinvest back home. Let's work on power grid. Let's increase our power grid so that more people can bring in more industries back home. Because that is one of the reasons as to why many countries cannot invest in our country. Many investors cannot invest in our country because we are not even providing the required power that can sustain many industries. Jumara stima imepotea inarudi 5. You understand? I mean, who wants to come and invest in countries with such risks? Apart from that, the taxes that are imposed, I mean, it's a whole nother kind of a thing. But we are there spending money, millions of money in misplaced priorities, billions of money lost in misplaced priorities. We take money that is meant for capitations for things like education, health, and we opulently spend them. Not we, but the political class. And we have the dream of turning Kenya from third world to first world. How is that going to happen? What is the blueprint we are going to use?
Ati black chocolate ni fine melanin bana kutoka nikapate. Kanapenda kenye mi wanapenda so kanapenda toto chupa na haga nono.
Madam na kudai umedunga mini na unapenda mangwai. Una dance fit unawacha nikismile ama niko high jua life nice. Kono moja mbele ngine yende rembe. Baila